if you heard my manifesto for rescuing America from the two gangs that couldn't rule straight, what area did I not cover? And what question do you have for me on which issue? Is it on education? Ask me what I would do. I can answer the question on my feet. I don't need a kitchen cabinet. I've got a brain. I've got an education. I've been studying politics since I'm 17 years old. I'm probably as well read in the political arena as anybody in the world. I've been right more than I've been wrong, probably by a 98th percentile in almost everything I've ever said. Any problem with reducing federal taxes by 2% a year over 4 years for an 8% reduction? Any problem with reducing federal governmental departments by 4% a year for a total reduction of 16% in all departments over 4 years? Any problem with eliminating all public assistance, meaning welfare for able-bodied recipients? Any bum sitting in a doorway who can move his legs and arms? Let him pick the vegetables. Let him clean the toilets. Let him drive a nail. Or don't give him a welfare check. You'll find out fast enough that man can pick a piece of lettuce if he's starving to death. And then you'll find the illegal aliens going home. How about imposing tariffs on all cars and trucks owned by foreign entities? Now, do I care that much about Ford and General Motors personally? The answer is yes. Why? Do I have a stake in Ford and General Motors? I don't own one share in either company. Then why do I care about Ford and General Motors? Because they're the ones who, when we need them, will build us our tanks and our military vehicles. I don't want to have to go to Japan or China to build our military vehicles, any more than I want to go to Korea to build us our warships. You follow what I'm saying to you? Ford and General Motors are required to stay in America in order to maintain our national security. And our government should have done more to protect these companies. Yes, I know the unions have sucked these companies dry. That's a separate question. We'll deal with that separately. We know the union workers are being paid like fat cockroaches for work that they don't do. We understand all of that. That has to be dealt with at another time in another way. How about making abortions illegal except when the physical survival of the mother is threatened, which will be determined by 3 medical doctors? How about requiring Norplant for all women on welfare of childbearing age? How about closing down all houses of sex and massage? All massage parlors closed. All sex parlors closed, hetero and homosexual. How about eliminating all foreign ownership of the media? How about breaking up overly large media conglomerates, which are like pythons strangling free speech? Or how about my most revolutionary idea, one you've not heard about in America, one considered shockingly revolutionary, encouraging childbearing amongst tax-paying citizens? Shocking, isn't it? We keep hearing that the birth rate is diminished in the United States except amongst either welfare recipients or illegal immigrants. There's a reason for it. They have an incentive to bring in children. They have an incentive to have children. They get a head tax on their side. Every time they knock out another baby like a loaf of bread, they get an additional welfare payment. Of course they're having children. It's worth it to them. The average working couple can't afford to have children because the government taxes them to death in order to appease the single lobby and the homosexual lobby. I would reverse that. I'd turn it back on its heels. I would encourage childbearing amongst tax-paying citizens. How? By creating a marriage incentive through lower taxes for married heterosexual couples and a government subsidy for each and every child conceived and carried to birth. I would then increase these subsidies each and every year that the couple remains married. You have a problem with that one? I know you have no problem with repatriating all illegal immigrants now incarcerated. 30% of our prison population don't belong here at $30,000 to $50,000 a year. That's because the prison lobbies keep them here. Throw them out of the country. Next, I'd encourage all other illegals to self-repatriate by double taxing their wages and fining their employers. You want me to go to the international level? I'll be happy to do it. KNEW, Allen, you're on the Savage Nation topic, please.